The new season dawned with the Bahrain and Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. A year earlier, Leclerc had seemed poised to vie for the world title. However, the swift Ferrari couldn't quite match the blistering pace of Max Verstappen's Red Bull. In the first race of 2023, Leclerc starts from third place and maintains this position for a good while. The formidable Alonso in the surprisingly fast Aston Martin is closing in, but Leclerc appears to be securing crucial points. But on the 41st lap, things take a turn for the worse. An electronic issue forces Leclerc to abandon his car by the track. This setback, coupled with Ferrari's inability to match Red Bull's pace, makes for a rocky start to the season. And the bad news continues 2 weeks later when the control electronics of the Ferrari fail, leading to an immediate grid penalty of 10 places for the subsequent race. Moving on to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, Leclerc manages to come in 7th, securing his first points of the season. The third race takes us to Melbourne, Australia. Leclerc starts from the 7th spot, the same position he finished in Saudi Arabia. The 26-year-old driver quickly moves up in the first few corners, only to find himself between two Aston Martins. This is where things go awry once again, as Leclerc receives a minor, unfortunate tap from Stroll that sends him into the gravel pit. This marks his second retirement in just 3 races. The Miami Grand Prix was another test of Leclerc's mettle. During the second practice session, an uncharacteristic mistake from the Monegasque driver led to a crash that left his car severely damaged and his mechanics with a mountain of work. As if that wasn't enough, Leclerc suffered another crash during his flying attempt in qualifying. This sequence of events only amplified the frustration of the 5-time Grand Prix winner. The Miami Grand Prix was a stark reminder that even the best can falter and that the road to success in Formula One is fraught with challenges. The Spanish Grand Prix turned into a dramatic weekend for Leclerc. The qualifying session was a stark contrast to his usual performance, with Leclerc's Ferrari finishing in a disappointing 19th place. As the team scrambled to understand the issue, a problem with the car's setup came to light, forcing the Italian team into a hasty adjustment. The setback meant Leclerc had to start the race from the pit lane, putting him at a significant disadvantage. Despite his best efforts, he managed to claw his way up to 11th place, but still finished a staggering 74 seconds behind the race winner, Max Verstappen. The Spanish Grand Prix served as a harsh reminder of the unpredictable nature of Formula One, leaving Leclerc and his team to regroup and prepare for the battles ahead. From the highs and lows of Spain, we move on to the Hungarian Grand Prix. On the surface, it seemed like a regular race for Leclerc, finishing in P6. But as we dig a little deeper, we find a series of unfortunate events that plagued his race. First, a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, a rare mistake from the Monegasque driver, costing him a place to the resurgent George Russell. As the race progressed, Leclerc found himself battling not just his competitors, but his own car. A malfunctioning water system left him dehydrated in the cockpit, a radio failure left him isolated on the track, and a pit stop that took a painful 9 seconds. The Hungarian Grand Prix was another unlucky day for Leclerc, further highlighting the relentless challenges of Formula One. With the Hungarian Grand Prix behind us, we move on to the United States Grand Prix. Just when we thought things couldn't get any more challenging for Leclerc and Ferrari, an unexpected setback arose. Leclerc, initially finishing a commendable P6, found himself and Ferrari losing precious points due to an unusual disqualification. The issue? The car's skid block had worn off too much, leading the stewards to remove Leclerc from the results. A minute error of judgment by the team had Leclerc fall victim to another unfortunate event. P6 and 8 valuable points vanished just like that. The United States Grand Prix was another bitter pill to swallow in Leclerc's tumultuous season. Moving on from the United States Grand Prix, we enter the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It was here where Leclerc's run of bad luck continued. Having qualified second behind Verstappen, Leclerc was hopeful of taking the lead at the first corner. However, fate had other plans. An unfortunate hydraulic problem led to Leclerc spinning into the wall at turn 6 as the power steering suddenly disappeared. It was a sight that left fans and the team in utter disbelief. Despite the run of bad luck, Leclerc's optimism didn't falter. His eyes are now set on finishing the season in Las Vegas and Abu Dhabi on a high note. The Sao Paulo Grand Prix was another tough day for Leclerc. But he remains hopeful for the remaining races, proving his resilience in the face of adversity. To sum up, the 2023 Formula One season was a challenging one for Charles Leclerc. The highlights of his struggles resulted in an unexpectedly poor season for the Monegasque driver, in the hope that Ferrari will be able to provide Charles and Carlos with a much more competitive car in 2024. Despite these setbacks, Leclerc's drive and determination never wavered, and he continued to fight for every point available to him. This resilience is a testament to his character and a sign of promising performances in the seasons to come.